It's Tuesday afternoon, and you know what that means? It's time for Randomity with the Random Christian Show. Today, we welcome comedian, actress, and author Tonja D. Brought to you by Neil Getzlow's book, Unmasked, Conquering Sexual Sin and Walking in Victory. Order your copy now at neilgetzlow.com. Use the code RANDOM for a 10% discount. The Random Christian Show is proudly supported by The Advisor. The Advisor is a Facebook group composed of multi-talents such as actors, directors, artists, writers, and more. If you fall into this category, contact them at Facebook at The Advisor. Intro music provided by The Dead Campers. Check them out at deadcampers.com. That's campers with a K. Next week on The Random Christian Show is actor Beth Metcalf. Plus today, random questions of insanity. With us as always is the voice in our heads, Matt. My name is Andy, and now here's your host, Christian Random.
Hey,
Hey.
We sound like the two, parts of the Seven Dwarfs. Hey yo.
That's true.
It's off the podcast we go. Hello, Andrew. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday, because Monday doesn't really matter. Wednesday and Thursday, we just kind of sleep through. Friday brings the weekend back in, and that's what we're here. So we're getting you ready for the new weekend coming up, and Mother's Day, by the way, coming up. That one kind of slipped past me there. I was like, oh, yeah, Mother's Day. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Got to mail a card because it's going to take 5 days to get there. So, yeah. Anyway, you ready for Mother's Day, sir?
I am, but I first have to get through my son's 9th birthday.
Oh, well, it's a double whammy for you.
Yeah. So, and that is tomorrow. So
nice.
Yeah. So there's a lot that has to happen between now and wake up time tomorrow.
So in other words, let's get on with it. Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
you're like Matt in the background.
Right. Yeah. No. Keep it rolling. So, but yeah. No. Thanks. So yeah. Son's birthday. Well, there's a lot on my calendar. May and June are packed. So
yes. Right on. Well, very good. And then, how is, speaking of the son, how is the soccer coaching going, by the way?
I am no longer a losing soccer coach.
Well, we really need applause on here.
So, yeah, I know. I'll work on that. We last week we had a great practice, and then we had the early game, which I didn't know how kids were going to do with the early game, but they came out, and within 5 minutes it was 6-0, and my team was just on fire. So whatever I said to them during practice must have worked, because we ended up winning the game 9-1.
Dun. Oh yeah, hold on.
Yeah. So no, it was pretty incredible. It was a very fun, and the kids were great to get the win. And one of the kids, it was his very first goal ever in competitive play. He scored 2, and it was you don't know, you're not prepared for that moment just because you don't think of it. You think that these kids are playing soccer and they know what they're getting into, but no, he came back to me. He's like, that's my first goal ever, coach. I'm like how do you and like, just to be there for that moment, you can't help but get choked up. It was great. So yeah.
That's my boy.
Right.
My special boy.
Yeah. So it's going very well. So
right on. Well, good. I'm glad for the win, and nothing boosts your spirits more than a little W in the column there. So
it's very true.
And speaking of W's, let's go ahead and enable. Oh, looks like Corey Hall's already checked in with us.
Corey Hall, how's
Corey
it going, buddy?
Hall, hello, sir. What did you walk into? You are underdressed for this. Yeah, it's been a while, Corey. Thanks for catching up. Finally, whatever.
We just got back from court. So we finally got sued for all the music we've illegally used over the years. So
Not illegally,
what? No, I'm just
borrowed. Borrowed. Just
right. Yeah. Yeah. The judge didn't see it that way, did he?
no.
No. No.
No, and it's coming out of your pay. So it's fine. Yeah.
My
And so
pay.
we'll see how long it takes to pay that
My
off.
pay. Sorry.
See, the funny thing is we don't get paid. So yeah, there's a little lag time on the old billing there. But anyway, so hey, glad to see you, Corey, and everybody else out there. If you're listening or watching, I guess at this point, uh, go ahead and join us in on the chat. It'll be a lot of fun, and so that's what it's there for. You on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. And LinkedIn, I believe, are the ones you can chat on. You can still watch it on Twitter, but I don't believe they have a chat enabling. They are not enablers over at Twitter because Elon's just that way. And so, speaking of such, we are so glad to have everybody along, and also anybody that's on Good Pods listening to us. Thank you so much. Got a little. Speaking of news, I got some weird news for you. Are you interested in that
Okay.
at
All
all?
right. Yeah. Yeah. Hit me with the weird news story from the
I
mind
got
of Christian Random.
there it is. Yes. So yeah, I kind of scan the headlines every now and then, and for me, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning when I was going through these and found them. But just popped in and saw some little weird news stories. Starting off with out in Braintree, Massachusetts, which you'll see where the name Braintree comes here in a little bit. There was a local Dave and Buster's that had its liquor license put on a 2-day suspension after contributing to or continuing to serve intoxicated patrons. They served them apparently 27 drinks in
Wow.
45 minutes or something. And there's a debate as to how many people were involved, but it goes from 2 to
Sure.
7 different people. Let's see. So, which the funny thing about this is, now, mind you, the legal limit of intoxication is 0.08. So basically, after you consume one alcoholic drink, you're basically intoxicated.
Well,
The
but
local,
okay, that does depend on body mass, though.
well, it's
So
for
one
the
drink
average
one
person.
drink for you versus one drink for me is very different.
Yes, but
And
on
and
average,
also it also depends on how heavy the pour is. Now, if Jackie was pouring from Slates at Walnut Creek, that one drink, we wouldn't be able to drive home. Hi, Jackie. How the hell are you doing? Boy, I missed your nights at the bar.
not so much.
But yeah, but you know what? I have a feeling that Dave and Buster's has a well, some Dave and Buster's probably have a pretty rigid training program.
Oh
I
yeah,
bet you they're
they
probably
have a pour
underpouring.
guide for sure.
I bet you they're underpouring their drinks. So but you know, I mean, yeah, 27 drinks in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
That's I mean, it seems like when I first read this, when you first brought this up, like was this like a competition they were doing? Like was this like were they doing like a fast bartender cut? Was John Taffer there yelling at them, trying
Right.
to do like a
There is
you
not
know,
enough.
right? Yeah, like trying to serve the room as he says. I don't know. But
You're doing
I
it
mean,
wrong. You're
wow.
doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Right. Pour it out. No, so it's
No, not down their throats. Pour it out.
yeah. So I just have a feeling that this is somebody probably not reading the room and like feeling
Yeah, pushing for tips.
like probably could have been overwhelmed. Right. Yeah, and it's tough. They're looking to get tips, and you know what? You put an extra drink in me, you're gonna get a decent tip.
You're gonna get a nice tip. Trust me.
You know, if I know what I'm thinking, I'll probably give you a $5 tip. If I don't know what I'm thinking, you'll probably get a $10 tip. So,
Right.
hey, I understand. Work for that extra money. I get it.
The funny thing is also that the local authorities also closed down the kitchen as they found several overweight people sitting in front of video games and eating fat-laden deep-fried foods and burgers with high sugar content sodas. The National
Uh,
Adult themed arcade arcade chain has been rumored. I'm sorry, I didn't have time to type this up. Has been rumored to be changing their menus and service and serving healthier food and drinks options. They are also being rumored to changing their name of the chain to something more along the lines of the patrons that will be frequently uh, going to the arcade, which is appropriately Slim and Nut.
So if you think only pretty people play video games, you're wrong.
You're wrong. You're
And
really,
the
really,
day,
really wrong.
honestly, the day that I learned that Dave and Buster's existed, was like, hey, I have a place to go now. I
Right?
can go out, get drunk, and play video games, and have fried mozzarella if I care so. Like, come on,
Yeah. Yeah.
come
Might as
on.
well.
Yeah,
It's better than
Corey,
sitting at home making the mess.
Corey, I agree with you. During the pre-show, I would like to know the veracity of the Patriot Ledger. Angel Veo, how are you?
Oh,
in
hey,
here.
Angel. Yeah,
Veo.
okay. These are actual
I,
weird stories. There may have
uh,
been a little embellishment on my part towards the end. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Freer, Texas. Freer rattlesnake handler dies from bite at rattlesnake roundup. Shocking. Yes.
okay.
Let's see. He died Saturday night after being bitten by, yes, you guessed it, a rattlesnake. At the city's largest festival of the year, Eugene De Leon Sr. was handling and performing with the rattlesnakes when it happened, and he was life flighted to a nearby hospital where later that evening he passed away. His family stated he had a passion for snake handling and died doing what he loved. Now, not sure that's exactly what he was going for, having a passion for dying by rattlesnake bites, but anyway, it happened. A family member wrote on their Facebook page, and it's actually they actually posted the Facebook page here, and I'm going to kind of hide her name a little. And I can't really do that, but yeah, I can read it here because this is kind of cold as to what they said. A family member wrote on their Facebook page, the De Leon's family be kept in their prayers as he had received his wings doing what he loved. And after many years of handling these things, today was just not your day with them. Rest in peace, brother. And sincerely, I believe it was his sister that posted that. So, yeah, there you go. Don't expect not to be bit when you're handling rattlesnakes.
Yes.
I just find,
Yeah.
I mean, only in
Okay.
Texas. That's
I figured that snake handlers anywhere, as to Corey Hall's comment here, have the same. With every occupation, there come occupational hazards, and I have a feeling that you get into this knowing that at any moment, you know what, the wrong sort of move, or if you don't know what you're doing.
yeah. Yeah, let's just say, yeah, it's like cobra handlers. Yeah, they're highly venomous snakes. And
Yeah.
oddly enough, and it's in the story here, there was no anti-venom on the property. I don't know why a snake fest would not have I mean, that's what this was. This was a snake handling festival. And why there was no anti-venom there on site, I'm not sure. But anyway, so yeah, moving on. Let's see. DC rideshare driver kidnaps and robs unsuspecting passengers at gunpoint. I just thought this one was kind of funny because you don't get in a Uber expecting to be robbed and taken to an ATM where you'll be forced to take money out and give it to the driver, and he leaves you at the ATM driving away. But the funny thing about ATMs, they have cameras, and they've spotted the guy and are now tracking him down.
Well, and obviously I don't know that it was clearly like an Uber driver, because they go through a pretty rigorous process to get
Well, it was a
to take
rideshare.
people. Right. Yeah.
He made himself look like a ride.
That's your fault for
Yeah.
for getting in a rideshare. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's clarify who
Yeah.
you're getting in with when you do the Ubers. So,
Right.
and since Matt's freaking out there, I'll get rid of that. We'll go back to this. All right. So now that we've moved on, and we're gonna knock out our top 12 that we like to do, and let's see here, Andrew.
Okay.
Matt's blowing his mind.
Well,
What do you
why
wanna-
don't we bring Tonja? Why don't we bring Tonja in for the top 12?
You want to bring Tonja in? Hey, that sounds like a
Yeah.
great idea. And he's looking very
I think
Italian
so,
mob boss today.
Well, hey, that's okay. So this is my go-to. This is my go-to good-looking shirt. Like,
Oh, you're good looking, baby.
yeah, no, I'm a vest guy. I've always been a vest guy. I actually don't own a coat, believe it or not. So just the vest goes with. But yeah, I think we should bring Tonja in for the top 12 since this applies.
Well, and then, so speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, comedian, author, and motivational speaker extraordinaire, Miss Tonja D. Hello, Tonja.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hello,
we're
Miss
great. How are you,
Tonja?
Tonja?
Welcome to the show. We are glad to
Thank
have you
you.
here.
I'm glad to be here.
That's awesome. Hey, so all right. So we thought, we know this has got to be rough for you sometimes. Our top 12 list was actual top 12 reasons it's not easy being a clean Christian comedian. You're like, yeah.
You only got 12?
Top 12. Top 12. Top 12.
She should have wrote this. She should have wrote this for us.
I know. We should have actually just thrown it over to her and let her do it.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, we like to do a little intro with the old top 12. So Tonja, we're gonna start off with number 12. Andy usually starts it off. And
Right,
Andy, what's
yeah.
what's our 12th top reason for it's not being easy to be a clean Christian comedian?
Well, so you have to ask forgiveness for all the jokes that bomb, right?
Pretty much.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bomb that joke. I know I delivered it wrong. Forgive me. Next time I will do it correctly.
Please, God, forgive me. Number 11 was because using replacement words for cussing triggers people, like flippin' would trigger PTSD in acrobats, or fudge causes behavioral clicks in people with eating disorders, etc.
I figured flippin' would trigger the people anybody who worked in a fast food restaurant.
Right? Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
So like, yeah.
Flip
I
that
would never
burger.
use the word flipping.
Well, that's because you have class and style. We
Right.
we
yeah.
really
this
don't.
this podcast does not.
We're flipping morons. All right.
Right.
Okay. Number 10.
Number 10. Creation of the universe has always been a tough act to follow.
Heyo.
Heyo. There. All right. Sorry.
No, number 9, when you get heckled with "Who makes your jokes? God?" There's no such thing. Well, it's just hard not to come back with, "Well, you're here, right?"
Oh, boom. Ouch.
Boom.
Yeah, and then
Ayo.
that deserves a little of that.
Right. Right. Yeah. Falls a little flat, doesn't it?
Number 8.
The "I was just resurrected and boy are my arms tired" bit has been used one too many times.
Oh.
I'm
And
trying
then-
to tone down my facial expressions. I've never heard it.
Number 7, top 12 reasons why it's difficult, not easy to be a clean Christian comedian. It's impossible to write a clean joke about a priest or the Catholics. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Like Tonja's like,
Right.
Okay. Number 6.
Number 6, because sometimes audience members won't laugh, so they don't have to confess for laughing at a joke.
which we're experiencing a lot of right now.
Right. Yeah.
Number 5, with the woke crowd out there nowadays, everything is offensive, so it's not fun.
That part.
Yeah.
There. A little late on
Everything.
that one. All right, number 4.
Number 4, you try to stand in front of an audience that has been drinking all night and make them laugh. Let's see how long you go without swearing.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. Okay, number 3, when you come to the realization that maybe God didn't find one of your jokes funny, and you have to explain that to St. Peter when you're trying to get into heaven. It's like, hey, listen, man, it was, I had a writer with me and not getting in. Okay, awesome, great.
What happened to
Just-
Grace and Mercy?
Yeah, right.
Number 2.
Number 2, the "Hey God, show me a sign if this joke is funny" prayer doesn't always get a reaction.
Yeah. And of course, God did create the platypus. So maybe if a platypus just shows up in front of you, hey, there's the sign. Okay. Let's see. And all right, where's we got to do this just right. The number 1 reason why it's difficult to be a clean Christian comedian, even though they write themselves, Joel Osteen will still sue you for if you use him in a joke.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. Is that for real?
Are you saying you got some some jokes you shouldn't be maybe putting out there?
Hey, jokes write themselves, and none of
Right. No,
was
it's
on
true.
y'all list. My list is different. My list
Right.
is pretty much the same thing. Number 12, people. Number 11, people. 10 people. 9 people. 8 people. 7 people. 6 is people. 5 is people. 4 is people. 3, 2, and 1. People, and people.
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 People and people. People being
Do dumb
people.
stuff like what y'all just said.
Right.
Joe
Yep.
Osteen. Joe. His voice is comical all by itself. Like all Christian people say, well, if the Lord has called you. Everybody don't talk like that. We don't talk like that. Like being soft make you closer to God. Just because your voice soft, you supposed to be closer to God. Come on, man. Yeah, I think that's got to be the most annoying thing as a woman. If a man always talking about, hey, hon, you coming to dinner? Oh, it's
Right.
so good. Why don't you just come in here and make me some eggs and bacon or something like that? No, dude, give me some energy. My bad. If he sue me, all he can have is my ex-husband in the alimony. I got to pay him. He can have that.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Well, okay. So now that we've presented our 12 horrible reasons, what is one of the most difficult things about doing? I mean, do you get heckled a lot when you're doing a lot of Christian comedy and stuff like that?
See, I perform in clubs.
Right.
I perform. Yeah, I got heckled by church people because I was telling jokes in clubs. She said, how you gonna be because I'm a preacher and a Sunday school teacher too. I didn't put that in my credentials, but I am a preacher and a Sunday school teacher. And one of the sisters came to me, she said, how you gonna be a preacher and telling jokes in a comedy club? I say the same way you a mama and a sister.
Right. Yeah.
And all
I said, now,
together.
if the scripture serves me correctly, it says that in Proverbs 17:22, it says laughter is good medicine. Now,
Yes,
what you
ma'am.
gonna laugh at? If I fall down, you better call 911. Don't laugh at me. So you gotta, humor is a part of being a Christian. I think some people so uptight. I don't know if it's the
Yeah.
girdles or the underwear too tight. I don't know what the problem is. But I'm in the club with the people, and I got people real nasty before me and real
Yeah.
nasty after me. So I'm just the clean part in the middle.
Yeah.
Like if you got a sandwich and that one piece of bread that don't have no mayonnaise on it, that would be me.
Yeah.
So
But-
as far as heckling, I've never heckled, but I felt like I bummed because it depends on if the crowd is ready to receive you. If I get heckled, you know what? I just say, you know what? You probably got holes in your drawers, and I understand you upset because you got holes in your underwear. That's my problem. You probably passed by Walmart, Sears, or Macy's on your way here. You probably could have got you some drawers. Maybe if your bra is being held on by a safety pin instead of a good bra, you should have probably got it because you got underlining problems. So I always think you got underwear problems because they got underlining problems. So I don't respond to them. I tell them when they heckle me, I say, okay, while you heckling me, I need you to like and follow me on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
Do it
Exactly.
there.
Matter of fact, I want you to make a bad comment, and I want everybody else to tag on to you. Cat Williams said that he's not a clean comic. He said,
Yes.
You need haters. And if you only
Yeah.
got 10 haters, you need to see what you got to do by the end of the week to get 12. And the church full of haters. They full of haters. There's 3 types of people in church. You got the saved, the super saved, and the super duper saved. Hater square and hater cube. That's what I call it. Hater.
Oh wow! Boom! There it is. Get it, girl.
Oh, that's great.
Damn.
That'd be real.
So
Yeah.
okay, so now you've got she's
There you
getting
go.
all
Fan it
fired
off.
up over there.
Fan
You
it
gotta
off.
fan herself down.
Now, this is the one reason I wanted to fight Eve right here. These hot flesh.
Right.
Now, out of all the things she could have had a fig, she could have got a pear, but she got to go get an apple. Now we got to have menopause. Now, whoever pressed that pause button on menopause, I need them to go back and press play.
Well, it was apparently a man because it's menopause.
Okay.
Oh
I'm
my
hot.
goodness.
I don't know. I'm just going with the way it's spelled. I don't know.
Improv is a beautiful thing. I understand.
But I will say this once again, another reason glad I'm a dude. So yeah, childbirth, menopause, and the menstrual cycles.
That's exactly why I don't have no Apple phone today. Because of that.
What does an Apple phone have? What does Apple have to do with? Oh my good Lord!
Last time a woman had an apple, we got sent into this world. I'm not doing
That's
no
right.
apple. I'm
No, that's smart. Come on. Oh.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I guess that one. Yeah. See, you notice the lack of hair. There's no traction there when things go past me. They don't stick.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh God, that was perfect. Yeah. No, you're right. That's right. So I guess all women have to get androids. Support the fact.
I'm just gonna say it for
androids. Me. Yeah. Oh God. All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. You see now. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of going back in through your history here. Now you started. You got into the Navy, correct? You joined the Navy. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then and through there, I know you worked your way through. Now, was that where you really started getting this comedic aspiration and whatnot? Or was that way before that?
I started being in high school. I was a class clown.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it then.
Now I can't
but
imagine.
Every time when I came home, I had moved back home, and they got me to do a charity event. And I performed, and my teacher didn't know who I was at first. But when I got up on the stage and I started performing, she said, I knew it was in you the whole time because you cut a fool the entire time you was in school. And most of the time, people didn't think I was like off the chain like that because I still graduated number 3 in my class.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I was smart, but I was funny with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then
right.
I go join the military because staying in my mama's house after I graduated.
Not an option.
Mm-mm. No.
Wasn't gonna be an option because I saw my sister and them do it. I'm like, oh, they ain't trying to go nowhere in life.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I'm just playing, but I know I had to leave my mama's house because it was my mama's house and my mama's rules. Okay.
Right.
I graduated, and 20 days later, I was in the Navy.
Boom.
Yeah.
No wasting
and I
time.
didn't come back till 32 years later.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
32. Go ahead.
You spent 32 years in the service, or?
No, I did. I spent 26 years in the service.
Okay. I knew it was
Wow.
quite a bit. So, yeah.
And then I stayed in Virginia for another however many years that was. No, I left. I came back 30 years after I retired. At 30 years later. I've been retired now.
Wow.
Been out away from here 33 years now. It would have been today, 33.
Oh, wow.
So I stayed there, went through an ugly divorce.
Yeah. Been there.
And you know how the church frown on divorce, but shoot, I don't know. I had a problem with him, me constantly banging my head up against his fist. You know, I ain't think that was biblical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work well.
Right. So I went through a nasty divorce, and when going through divorce, and I'm a vet, so I was at the VAs, and every time my doctor would get to a part that was very emotional for me, I started cracking a joke. And she was in there crying. She said, "Girl, no." She said, "You got to be a comedian." I said, "I always wanted to, but my ex-husband wouldn't allow me to. If I felt like I was taking some, it felt like I was. He felt like I was overstepping him or something, whatever. So I was always serious. Yeah. So she put me in this ASAP comedy class. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Up in DC area, they have this ASAP comedy, ASAP comedy.
Right.
So she put me in comedy boot camp, and there it is. It was. Hey, I went on stage at the Funny Bone in Virginia. Okay. And that thing that I felt to have people laugh and just me sitting up there talking about my life, I was really talking about my life. They thought I was writing jokes, but I just was telling stories about my life. And I just wrote it down, these stuff for real. And it just made me.
You didn't prepare anything.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Anything?
No. The first time, no. First time I didn't prepare anything.
No, you just walked up and started going.
Started going. I know when she gave me that little flash of light, that flash of light meant you got one more minute. So I said a few more things, and I said, "Hey, I'm Tonja." And back then, my name used to be Tonja Fun. So, but then I had a mentor who told me, and I used to label myself as a Christian comedian. He told me, "Hey," he said, "You've narrowed yourself, but I want you to take that Christian off and just say you're a comedian." Right. And he said, "They'll find out you clean when you're on that stage." Right. He said, "You just be funny." Yeah. And that's advice I've taken. So I opened up for Bruh Man. Y'all know Bruh Man is not clean. Just is not clean. So Chucky Ducky is not clean. So DL is not clean. I've opened up for everybody that's not clean. But I can say that when they see me, they already know. They say, "Oh, Tonja not gonna do that." Right. When I take my own water to the club. And if I walk away from that bottle, you might well water a plant with it because I'm not gonna drink it.
Yeah.
So if I'm performing on Saturday, they know I'm gonna be out of there by midnight. Why? Because I gotta teach Sunday school. And I tell for real, they think I'm playing. I said, "Y'all want to catch me again? Y'all can catch me at 8:00 at Greater St. Mary. I'll be teaching Sunday school." And they just laughing. But I'm for real. I'm telling the truth. And if I gotta preach, I said, "Well, y'all gotta go, because you can catch me because I gotta preach and I gotta do Sunday school." And they laughing, but I'm serious. And I actually had one of the comedians actually came and he said, "I thought you was playing." I said, "No, babe, I'm a preacher." For real. So
that's amazing.
It's easy. The hard part is dealing with people who think that that you, because you're saved, you're not supposed to do certain things. I was like, "Well, dog, we might as well go back and live under the law because the law was so restricting. Y'all forget about grace and mercy. And y'all forget y'all talked about Jesus and crucified him because he was hanging out with the same people y'all say I ought not to hang out with."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hello. Yeah. What's up? Yeah, absolutely.
Hallelujah.
Okay, so that was going to be one of my questions. Has anybody ever said, "Oh, I'm going to go check her out," and shown up and you're like, "Sunday school class, dude. So just sit in the back and you can have some Play-Doh and we're gonna talk about God."
Well, I tell them when you talking about Christian people, you talking about church people come to my shows.
No, I'm talking about people at the shows coming to church.
Yeah. I have one to come, but I invite them all the time. I always invite them.
Oh, yeah.
Invite them on a regular basis because my church is online. I invite them to come online. I share my page. Come on. I say the same energy I bring right here is the same energy that I preach. The same way I'm devoted to comedy, I am more devoted to Christ because I truly believe after I've cried for so many years, it's time for me to laugh.
Yeah.
It's time for me to take the same stuff. I haven't found a way to make sexual abuse funny. But I'll say different things about the domestic abuse. It's some kind of bug in here. And it worked my last nerve. I find a way, like I said, I just didn't feel like, except time I should stay, but I didn't feel like it was appealing for me to keep slamming my head up against your fist. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's what it was messing up my, my complexion. You know what I'm saying? It had an allergic reaction. My eye would always swell. Something like that. But a lot of times it goes dark and people don't see it. But when I talk to other domestic abuse survivors, I told them, there's love, there's life, love, and laughter. After that, I cannot dwell on what happened to me. But sometimes it comes because I gotta pay him alimony. So
oh, geez.
I think about everyone. My children say, Mama, don't talk about him no more. I say, as long as I make that monthly payment, I'm gonna talk about it.
Right?
No, absolutely. Yeah.
You got the right. Hey, and it was your life, so you can talk about it how you want to.
But no, that's when we go to the legal standpoint of it. When you telling a joke, unless a person know me, you can't put the person's name in it. You can't, because then it becomes defamation of character. Even though you're saying it's my side of the story, there's so many legal ramifications around it, y'all. You will have no idea. See, I'll never say his name. I will never say his name.
Right.
Never.
Yeah, that's just that's a legality that will slam you right away. And not that I've done anything like that, but I've referred to you as my ex or something like that, but that's about as far as it goes.
Well, but the main point there is that they don't deserve your energy at that point.
No.
And it's like you can certainly use the story in any way, shape, and form, but the last thing you need to do is put their name out there to make it, because just saying it sucks energy out.
And now they pretend to be a victim.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And then and that's a whole deeper that's a whole deeper hole we can start digging if we want to. Right. Exactly. So,
we don't need to be going there, but
right.
Like, nope. So okay, so you've come out of and by the way, thank you so much for your service with the naval and all that. I love the Navy. I want y'all to
know, when people always say thank you for
signing
your
up
service,
with them.
When people say thank you for your service, I say I greatly appreciate it because you're still taking care of me. Because my retirement benefits, that's you showing me your appreciation every day. And my disability, you show me my appreciation every day. So don't think I'm just getting it. I serve. Your appreciation is your tax money. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Unless they're tax cheats, and then
Now you getting me mad.
Nah. Well, don't talk to me.
Taxes,
talk about the corporations and governments that have their money in offshore accounts. But so okay, so now you've left the Navy and you start doing all this stand up. Now, why do you think that I'm not going to say this right, but you started doing the stand up. Now, you moved in and you started doing your Sunday school preaching and whatnot. What is your biggest clash? I guess I had this worded better in my head. I need to write these down. But what is your biggest clash between the two of doing the stand up and when you're preaching the word?
I can imagine. Well, and let me. I know I'm going to answer this for you, but I can imagine that your energy is similar, just the message is different.
Right.
And
yep. And I still crack jokes.
Of course.
Because I try to make sure that there's a message in my comedy and that there's a message when I'm preaching. I think God gave me this sense of humor. It's so quirky. The only conflict I have sometimes is that sometimes we forget that even though we're Christians, that we're still sensual.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And jokes will come off my head, but I won't verbalize them.
You got to kind of hold the
Yeah.
tongue a little bit.
Yeah, but I write it and give it to somebody else.
No.
I will. It's actually funny.
All right.
Yeah.
I write it, and the joke deserves, but it coming from me. You know how many people I could, as a woman of God, they see the comedian, but they look at me as a woman of God, waiting on me to make a mistake.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I said people, them top 12 people. If you drop down to 20 people, it's gonna always be people in their judgment. Because I always told people that, y'all judging me, and the word of God, they say nothing about judging, they say love. And then where God says love hides the multitudes of faults. And so while you're looking at all these things that may be wrong with me, the same things might be wrong with you. But the difference is you're not talking about them. So I'm not ashamed. I used to tell all the time when I tell my jokes, I say, you know what? I'm gonna talk about it, because what Satan is not gonna do is blackmail me. And when Satan blackmails you, it causes you to go into depression, and if somebody find, I'm gonna tell it. I was married twice. I was abused twice. But look at me now. I don't even look like what I've been through.
Yeah.
And I don't give up my gray, because my gray is wisdom. My gray is just, to me, everybody can't get this. You got young people now paying to get this gray like this. You see, that's a snow-capped mountain, baby. You got people climbing snow-capped mountains.
Oh, yes.
So, but I don't really think that for me, it would be the sensual part. I'm single. I made my shirt, my new merch coming out. It'll be available, y'all. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You'll see it. My new merch, my t-shirt says "Saved, Sanctified, and Sexy."
Yeah,
oh,
there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Because hey, go ahead.
Because the thing about it, I'm not gonna walk around with no long skirt, no mammy. I ain't got no cleavage out, and I don't have nothing fitting my butt. And if my butt is fitted, I got a shirt coming over it. And sexy is an attitude.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It always
Absolutely.
has been. Yeah.
It's always been an attitude. And I feel like I'm very confident, not arrogant, but very confident in who I am as a woman of God, and very confident in who I am as a woman. And I like for that to carry that as so. You see what I'm saying? I don't allow myself to get distracted by what people say. And I say the more people talk about me, the more it reminds me I'm like Jesus Christ. Why? Because they talked about Jesus. Again, like and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Oh yeah, I got a TikTok page. Follow me there too. That's what I say.
Yep. And now all these will be linked on our website to the show. Yeah. So you can go there. Go ahead and do you have the handles for your Facebook and all that? Is it just under Tonja D?
It's at Ton the Comedian, at TONTHE Comedian on Instagram, and it's at Tonja D, the ton of fun. But if you put the at symbol and put Ton the Comedian, it should come up on Facebook too. And my Instagram, my TikTok, because I'm not good at it. It's just my name, Tonja Robertson, ROBERSON, TONJA ROBERSON. I'm not that good at social media, y'all. I suck at it, but I try. Like yesterday, I made my a TikTok video because I went to take a test. I had not studied it.
Yes.
And then I said I hadn't put that made the video yet, but I'm gonna go back and say, I prayed and asked the Lord to bring everything back to my remembrance before I took this test. And he did. He said, Tonja, nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Nothing.
That's exactly what I brought back to your memory. Nothing. And then when I get back to work, y'all, I found out that wasn't even a certification exam I was supposed to take.
Oh, no.
The Lord would have pulled a miracle and allowed me to pass that certification. Do you understand? It would not have counted. They would have thought I was an overachiever.
Right.
I don't do nothing. I don't get no money for it. I'm not in my. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to retire. They said, "Ton, all you ever think about is retiring." I said, "I wasn't supposed to be. I'm supposed to be retired, y'all. I'm supposed to be retired." If you would have told me that I was gonna have to get divorced after 22 years of marriage, I would have told you was crazy. Well, no, you would have probably said, "Hey, Ton, you need to get divorced. You should have got divorced at 2 years, and you done added 20 to it." But at the same, it's like starting all over again. That's funny in itself.
Yeah. No,
it's not funny, but ain't nothing you can do about it. What can you do about yesterday?
Right.
Laugh about it, because if you dwell on it, it's gonna get you down. I tell people all the time. I had got a little. I hosted my first show on Sunday.
Oh, nice!
And I didn't. To me, I'm hard on myself.
Uh-huh.
And so I was so down on myself. And I tell you, I looked in the mirror. I said, I'm sick of you. I am sick of you. So I got up and I cleaned up the whole house. I controlled the things I could because I couldn't change what had already happened. Then people say, oh, you did well. But see, to me, I know I can do a whole lot better. So what I have got to learn to do is stop being so hard on me. So I don't even care about what the other people say, Christian. I don't. It's me. I have got to stop. That's why I said, I'm so sick of you. I had a conversation with myself. Last time I did, she slapped me and my glasses ended up like this. And so I was like, okay.
I hate that.
I'm sick of you. I'm so sick of you. So, and then I got mad about something. Instead of me going for a walk, I grabbed a box of ginger snaps.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm sick of me. I am so sick of me. I got up. This is something I'm trying to figure out, right? I have never been this big and not be pregnant. So I'm 200 and some pounds. People say, oh, I don't look like it. I feel like it. See, the full figure women say I'm not big, and the skinny women say I'm not skinny. So I was just asking, was I half full? I don't know where I fit it in the category because I got 2 stomachs, and some people say you're supposed to have 1, but I got 2. I earned that trophy. Having babies. I'm gonna kill my baby 26, and I'm still blaming this stomach on my baby. But no.
It's like, Mom, let it go.
I'm trying, but I get mad and I grab cookies. So this thing right here, I think every comic, and you should know, every comic battles things right here. That's mine.
Yeah.
Right.
The word of God tells us we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities and wickedness in high places. Just so having a high place is your head. That demon attacks you in your head, depression, anxiety, and it will weigh you down, make you eat. It'll make you not eat. It'll have you just giving up on life, sleeping. It'll have you doing everything. So I had to tell myself, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. So I want you to do better. If you wrote that joke and it did not, may have spit up, and it did not go over well, guess what? Sit down and write it again. Go back and watch the video. Pay attention to when they laugh and when they didn't laugh. All these jokes I'm giving you in your head, you need to start writing them down. Because I get a joke, I wake up in the middle of the night, and I used to write it down, but I wake up and I say, oh, that's funny. And I lay back down.
Yeah.
No. And when people say, well, God give you the jokes, who else you think I communicate with? I communicate with God.
Yeah. And I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my wife does that to me all the time. I'll be like, oh yeah, I woke up, at because I've been off my work schedule. I'm like, oh yeah, I woke up at like 4 and I couldn't go back to sleep. And she's like, that's God telling you, getting the word, or he's talking to you. So listen.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, you're right. So now I used to pick up my phone and start flipping through, and then I'll think of things like, I'll think in little news bits or funny bits or something. And I now keep a pen and paper by my nightstand so I can write things down real quick, and then, or I type them into my phone or something. But it is the worst thing because you wake up in the morning and you're like, what?
What was that?
Oh no, it was so funny.
You're not gonna even some scripture. I don't know if you ever. I started this year, 100 and some days ago, started reading the Bible, going through the Bible in 1 year. It's actually an app that'll take you through the Bible in a year.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Yes. And
I'm reading the scripture. I'm like, oh, thank God for grace and mercy. We all will be vegans because we done had to kill every animal for sacrifice. Then I said to myself, no pun intended, I said, Jesus, the Lord must be black because he sure like barbecue.
Well, when you burn it on the altar, what are you supposed to do at that point?
Down south, everybody, black, white, everybody like barbecue down here.
Everybody loves barbecue.
Yeah.
Everybody loves barbecue. So, but I'm like, he always burning, and he said, and then don't throw the fat away because you had to put the fat on there too, and you had to let the fat sizzle. You know what the smell of fat on the grill smell like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was so glad
that's where all the flavor is too.
I was so glad when he put the scripture in there that everything that he made was good, because I started back eating bacon.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. And we're not supposed to eat off the hooved animals. So yeah.
Right.
That's a rough one.
Grace and mercy. I'm telling y'all, grace and mercy.
That's Old Testament. We got a whole New Testament we can go with now. It's cool. It's fine.
I'm telling you right now, remember when Peter went to that dream, the Lord took him up there and opened up that blanket, and he said, well, I can't eat with this and I can't eat that. He said, everything now is good. So I pray over that bacon. Glory.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm getting hungry. Oh, good Lord.
Bacon. I put a bacon on donut. I put a bacon in some, she said some greens, put some bacon in some greens and some string beans and some cabbage. You can put bacon in anything and it tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
Do not take a piece of bacon and wrap it around no date. That's nasty.
Look, now, Corey Hall is all over you. Hall is all over you. Corey Hall over here in the chat. He is like, preach it. And yeah, don't give me barbecue in the South unless there's some greens next to it. Patsy Ann is right there with you. And she says, you are a voluptuous woman, Miss Trish Black. Thank you for joining us, Trish. She says that she thinks you are just awesome and that your laughter is a gift from God, which is very, very true. Yes. And that is awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, you just can't go wrong with barbecue or bacon because bacon is amazing. And they do pretty much put it in everything. I've had a donut with bacon on it, and I've actually, boom. I'm telling you, dude. And I have actually heard of a place that has a milkshake with bacon bits in it. I know. I don't see if it's not if it's like those Bake-O bits.
No, that ain't bacon.
That ain't bacon.
Like
That's
no
processed food.
That's like what's the devil? Turkey bacon. You ain't never seen.
I don't think it's that bad.
Because ain't no underbelly on no turkey. You got to have an underbelly. You got to have turkey bacon. You might well eat bologna. Turkey bacon is like bologna.
Oh, there's
what? Oh my God. So Corey Hall is saying that he's had a milkshake with a stick of butter in it.
Okay, I can beat all of that. I can beat all of that. So when I was in college, UC Santa Barbara, there was a late night bar and grill place next to the dorms called the Annex. And what the Annex would do is they would take anything left over from the dining halls that day and make a special, right? Well, yeah, they had tuna at the dorms that day, right? So the guys working made a tuna fish shake, which was a ice cream and tuna fish in a shake. Needless to say, nobody bought it. Nobody bought it at all. But my goodness, of all the abominations that you could come up with, yes, I was there when the tuna fish shake was born.
Maple bacon in a vanilla shake or butter pecan. Put some bacon in a butter pecan shake.
Yeah. It could work.
Okay,
it could absolutely work.
Just because Matt just sent this to me, hold on, I've got to figure out a way to show this here, because he has sent. Let me send.
The maple bacon
donut.
Yeah.
From donut.
Oh yeah, no, that's big. Yeah, that's
there it is, right there.
Yeah. Yep. They got the round ones too. That look like an eclair.
Right there, maple bacon donut. Boom.
Yeah.
That's right.
Delish. Just saying.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew, our director, producer extraordinaire back there, the man inside our heads. So yes, thank you, Matthew. All right. So now that I'm was hungry and then not hungry, thanks to Andy, and now I'm kind of hungry again in a weirdly erotic way with the maple bacon donut. Hey, let's do this. We got to take a little quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk some more with you and about you've got something that you've been working on or you've got going on. That's the devil distracting you. I'm telling you. He's tempts us and distracts us in many different ways. Heart Attack Grill Las Vegas, look it up. Oh yeah, no, I've heard about that, Corey. But yeah, we're going to step out real quick, and I'm going to promote the hell out of this show, and then we're going to come right back. Can you hang out with us just for a few minutes there, Miss Tonja?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
Most definitely.
All right, hang on just 1 minute, and Andrew, I'll let you step off for just a second here. And now it's just me and it's just you. Yeah, that's right. We're all here together. And hey, how about a little background music? What do you think? So just Hey, that's right. So, as we normally take a 30 to 60 second spot right here and talk about our sponsors and let them sponsor up, and basically we advertise their product or their book or whatever it is that they're selling. This spot could be dedicated just to you. Yes, that's right. You now, all you got to do is hit us up at therandomchristianshow.com, and right there you can come to our website and hit us up about a sponsorship. We have many different little sponsorship packages where, as you saw in the beginning of the show, we use little what we call slates. And like our good friend Neil here, see, we arranged something like that for you. And then we'd also give you a little mention right now in the beginning and at the middle of the show. And then also at the end of the show, or we can also put you on the social media. We can put you maybe on the little screen behind me here where it says The Random Christian Show. And it is a loose 30 seconds of fun, frivolity, or 60 seconds. And hey, we've got all sorts of different ways that we can advertise and get you and your name out there with this show and on all our social media. So if you want, go to our website, therandomchristianshow.com. It's that simple. And our email's on there, and you can connect with us. And we would love to hear from you and work with you. And we're pretty reasonable. So try and give us a little hand, and we'll give you a hand, and we'll help each other out. And we'll have a lot of fun while we do it. And let's make this world a better place. All right. So now we've had our fun. We've had our say. And now it's time to bring Andrew and Miss Tonja back. There she is. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I didn't do it right. Well, welcome back, kids. And that was our loosest 30-second spot ever, made up on the fly. How do you like that? Oh, and
You
I forgot
did very
the name
well
of the
done.
chat.
Well done.
Yeah. Let me bring the chat back online here so everybody out there can be joining us. So Corey, Patsy, Trish, everybody who was jumping in there, we love having you here, and welcome your questions as well. So if you are watching, please join in the chat. And yeah, sometimes we can be nerds, but which I'm pretty sure we've proven quite a bit. So now Tonja, you are a master of many, I might want to say here. Let's see, you've done all sorts of different things. The Navy. Now, what exactly did you do in the Navy? I'm just kind of curious. I was
a yeoman. I was a yeoman, which was a glorified secretary. So I would do administrative work, but because I was so physical, I did other stuff. I played basketball. I played basketball for 29 years, including my high school years, and I carried on up into the Navy.
Nice.
I played until I messed up my shoulder. So I broke my arm at how was I when I broke I was 39 years old when I finally broke an arm. That was skating with little children. So I and then when I retired from the Navy, I worked for the Navy Reserve, and now I work for the Air Force. So I'm still in the civil service. So yeah,
very cool.
I'm still connected to the military, in other words. So
right on.
So I was a yeoman, I was an administrator, but I served on the DSAT, that's the damage control training team. I served on the fire part, which means fighting fires on the ship, learning how to do those different things. So I learned how to do a lot of stuff. And even though I lived in the city for a while, I grew up in the country, and guess what? I still love the country.
Yeah.
Getting me a house now, and I got a pond on my house, on my lane, so I can fish. I like fishing. I like gardening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I got to go on farmersmeat.com to find me a man.
There you go. Hey, now I'm a former city boy. I'm from the Bay Area, and I really love the city, but now that I've moved out to the country where I live, I live out in Kansas City now, and I'll tell you, my wife's like, maybe we should move closer into town. No, no, I'm good here. Town's
Keep
over
my
there.
hand.
That's all
Keep my
that way.
hand. Give me that countryside. Yes.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it, and I love the beauty of it, and yeah, is you can always go in town, and don't get me wrong, I'm a city boy at heart, and I love being in the big buildings and the industrial areas. That's I grew up, working around a lot of it, and so I miss it, but I don't. So it's like I'm also from California, and I grew up near the ocean, so I that's the one thing I miss about California.
Ocean.
One thing.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's it. I really don't miss anything else.
No.
But yeah. So yeah, so now you worn a lot of hats. Okay. Oh, and you mentioned you were fighting fires on a ship. That has to be very tricky.
Well, it is. It's a matter of I never had to fight one, but I trained to fight one. Praise God.
Oh, okay.
And,
So
we have different drills and stuff on the ship, so you have to be trained to man the hose, put an SCBA on. Y'all call them oxygen tanks, but we call them SCBAs. We don them on. Know how much oxygen we can get go in space. How to shut down a hatch. How to stop it from flooding. How to balance a ship if it's flooding. What to fill up. What to let go. It's just a lot of stuff you learn. So in addition to typing letters and writing manuals and stuff, I learned how to do those things, and you never lose it. So your nose, this right here tell you a lot. If something's burning, I can tell you what's burning, whether it's going to create ash, whether it's like fuel, whether it's electrical. It's just your nose will tell you. You learn those different things. You learn how to extinguish fires based on what they are. Those are things you do. So I wasn't just sitting behind the desk. I got active. I also, when I was too old to play basketball, then I rallied the young ladies together on the ship to put together a basketball team. I always tried to stay active. I just didn't want to. I guess that's the way we took care of ADD when we was old. When we were younger, we didn't have vision. We just did stuff.
Right.
I ran track. I was a cheerleader. I played basketball. I was in the
always
band.
had something going on.
I had to. I mean, if I didn't, I was gonna get in trouble. I was gonna get a whooping. Oh, can we say whooping on here? Is that like abuse? Because my mama gave me a whooping.
Oh no. We're not that woke. And trust me, people that know me say no, he's half asleep most of the time. Now, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 52.
You're 52. Okay, I'm 56. So we grew up around the same times. Yeah, we were the kids that when the street lights went on, you usually go home and at least check in. So yeah, we were always doing something. You're always riding your bikes, and it's like, well, I'm gonna ride my bikes across town to Bob's house. Okay, just let me know when you get there.
And parents wasn't always wet. We was at basketball practice together. Our parents weren't. You know how now we had to take our kids everywhere. We didn't have to do that. The group of kids would be together. So I don't see kids the way our neighborhood was. It was just. And couldn't nobody mess with us. You know what I'm saying? We'll go somewhere. So the older kids would look out for the younger ones. They wouldn't let you, even if they was doing something they ain't had no business to do, they would never let you get involved because, we see potential in you. So now, Tonja, you're not allowed to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the era we had. But now everybody like, let them make their own mistake. But if you know it's a mistake, why you gonna let them make it?
Right.
Now
right on the nose, lady. Yeah.
If you
take a little responsibility.
Huh?
Take some responsibility. Yeah, and
that's accountability. Right.
Yeah. And that's the problem is, and this is something I posted a while back is, we've got this Gen X and millennials and Gen Z and baby boomers, and the older generations love to say, oh, well, this next generation, these millennials, they don't do it. It's like, who raised the millennials?
We did.
Yeah. Hello, baby boomers. Oh, us Gen X's. We were the big problem. Well, guess what? You're the one who raised us.
Because we didn't want our children. One thing I made my children do, and they couldn't stand me when they were growing up. I wanted my kids to go to college. So I made each one of them work up. I made one of them work at a fish market, hard work. Had another one work at a fast food restaurant. You don't want to work hard like that for little money.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
So they end up going to college. Okay? Because I'm trying to show them I didn't hold Now that they grown, when they decided they didn't want to finish college, I paid off their loans. I made sure they had no debt going into society. But the issues that they have now, that's on them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did what a lot of people wouldn't have done, but I did because I know how hard it is to start out there. Now, when you do something now, it's on you, baby. I don't smoke or drink. So if you get a DUI, it ain't because I drank.
Right. Absolutely.
And if you get caught with drugs, it ain't because I did none. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that with my children when they were little, and I could see all the different everybody else looking at TV for role models. Let me be my child's role model. I was a full-time in the Navy. I came home and cooked dinner every night that I was home because my ex-husband didn't like leftovers. And I went to school. I went to college. I went to every university. I graduated summa cum laude. No.
Nice.
Magna cum laude. I missed summa cum laude by 0.08. They could have gave me that, couldn't they?
Yeah, they could have. I think they could have. Can we get a recount? I
was going to say, I think you should go back and maybe argue your point.
No, I'm fine. But I graduated from college. They saw me off with honors. I showed them I don't need for nobody else to be the example for you. I would, but I never sugarcoated anything to them. And they said, Mama, you all up in my business. Ain't nowhere in the world you're going to be in my house smuggling nothing. I come in there, you got a whole arsenal, or you got the whole, you done harvest the whole marijuana crop up in my house. You done got the whole pharmacy emptied out pills. You can't, if parents, when they need their privacy come when you can pay your own mortgage. Privacy come when you can pay your own rent. You don't get no privacy up in here. I mean, if you got it on a cell phone and I want to know what you're doing on your cell phone, you got a problem, guess what? I give you the phone, but who's going to pay the bill?
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Computer, but I won't give you Wi-Fi. I'm just saying I'm petty like that. I gave my son, when my son did something and I was punishing him, I took the bed off the frame, put the mattress on the floor. I gave him a Bible and books, and I gave him clothes out every day. I said, when you don't follow, this is what happens when they take you and incarcerate you. My children thought I was just so hard, but they take your livelihood away when you go to incarceration. And the easy, I sometimes, I can't wait till I get grown. Now I want to renege on that. Can I go back to being a child with no responsibility?
Right. Absolutely.
Let my mama be accountable for me. Can I? Well, shoot, she did. That ain't work. But I'm just saying, these are the things. But anyway, I went through a lot. I was in an abusive relationship with my first husband, with my second husband. My children saw that. And one day I woke up and things had to change. One of the things I want to talk about before we get out there is this book right here. Young lady wrote this book named Isabella. Isabella wrote this book, and when I tell you, it was like it was a fly on my wall.
Yeah.
Everything in life. She talk about physical abuse. She talk about sexual abuse. She talks about financial abuse, psychological abuse, emotional abuse. And a lot of times, because you don't have a black eye, a lot of people think that, it's not domestic abuse. Yes, it is. If a person can tell you, I tell you, and it's a joke. I got a joke about it. My ex-husband came in the house one day and told me, he said, you don't look, smell, or dress like a woman. And to be totally honest, I don't even find you attractive. Do you know what that does to a woman's self-esteem?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good.
So in my joke, I says, I didn't even cry. I looked at him in a queenly fashion and I said, you're cross-eyed mammy. That's how my joke said. But those are the things that my ex-husband would say to me. It was always and if you can take control of a person's mind, but when I took control, this book was healing, because the thing that she did was she put notes after each one of them, and she got scriptures to support it. And another thing that's really bad about the churches try to get people to stay in bad relationships. The Lord hates divorce.
Right.
But there's grace and there's mercy. Anytime they say something the Lord hates, I said there's grace and there's mercy. Whenever you in a situation, God calls for us to in 29:11, Jeremiah 29:11, God said, I know the plans that I have for you, they are to prosper. It ain't for us to be going through all this and somebody beating us like that. And then the thing we have to realize too, the scripture, she had the same scripture I had. All things work together for the good of those who love God and according to his purpose. Sometimes what I've been through is a testimony for the next young lady. And even though a lot of people may consider me telling my story embarrassing, but if I can get some young lady to understand, he ain't got to always put his fist in your face. to damage you. To say those words to me ain't gonna never take you nowhere because you don't even look good.
Right.
My nickname growing up was Ugmo. And the last thing I
Oh.
needed was somebody to tell me that I was ugly.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a natural. I don't wear lipstick. I don't wear eyeliner. I don't wear I don't do nothing. I don't wear nails. I can't anyway. I'm allergic to acrylic. I'm allergic to latex. I can't put none of that stuff on me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, my
Because
wife has a latex allergy, so yeah, I totally get that. And she has to be very specific with her makeups, and she's an esthetician and beautician and hairstylist, and so yeah, it's a very tricky process and not that easy to do. So she's very similar. She does very little makeup. She just uses some to enhance, and it's very. I mean, she does a great job with it. You know.
I'm telling you right now, if a man looking for a piece of eye candy in me, he's going to sell for a peppermint. I'm just peppermint. That's my level. I know I'm peppermint. I'm not gonna say I'm a Snicker bar or a bag of Skittles. I'm peppermint.
Oh God, not Skittles. No.
No. I'm not that. You know, I have a colorful attitude or personality, but when you want me to, if this what you see is what you get. I'm gonna have to wear glasses so I can see you.
Yeah.
But it's what you get. That's it. So my ex-husband, when he would get me gift shop, it was so funny. It would always be cosmetic stuff.
Oh,
and like
wow.
another thing, I'm a licensed beautician. I owned my own shop for a while when I was in the other place. I owned my own shop for a while. And then I got arthritis real bad. I can't do no hair with no arthritis. So, but anyway, I had to always wear latex-free gloves. And now they know them, they make them, but you used to have to pay extra to get a latex-free glove.
Yep. Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, they were very
do dental work on me. That's how I caught my ex-husband cheating.
And you are getting a lot of praise over here from Sherry and Trish. They are absolutely backing everything you're saying here, and it is very true. Yeah, abuse is not just physical; it is emotional and mental. And there was a great show on, I think, Netflix or something called The Maid. And it was about a young woman who was going through just such a thing. And the guy never hit her, but he'd be throwing plates all over the place and yelling at her. And, and it was a perfect example of how abuse can happen without being physical. And there was times, and I found it very hard to watch. I saw a lot of things that I recognized my dad did with my mom, and things like that. Obviously, they're not together anymore. But I saw lots of similarities and things. And then I started catching some things where I was like, ooh, I've been kind of guilty of, shades of it. I think I'm a pretty decent dude, and I've been told so. But we're all guilty of doing a couple stupid things, and I apologize, because I catch myself in them. But yeah, it's pretty amazing just how easily, something that you think.
I wasn't a perfect wife. You know what I'm saying? I realized that when I spent so much time in the church. In actuality, when God put the husband and wife together, he said, let no man put asunder. That meant the church too. Because if a man or woman spends so much time in the church, they lack in home. Your number one ministry is home. The word of God tells you charity starts at home and spreads abroad. If you're not taking care of your wife who did not marry a preacher, she married you, or if you're taking care of your husband and he did not marry a missionary, a deaconess, or preacher, he married you, you got to understand and balance that.
Yes, right. Absolutely. Okay, now, the book that you keep referring to here, I was going to say, if you can hold that up. Oh, it's backwards. Dadgummit. What is the title of the book, please?
The title of the book is I'm Not Stupid, I Just. And the website is www.isabellatheauthor.com. And you can go and buy the book, and every book that you order will be autographed.
Okay, well, good to know. Now this is the website down here. I've got it posted up, and we'll also have it on our website at therandomchristianshow.com. You are very much in support of this book and all the wording of it. And you said now it's based on a lot of truths, and it's backed with scriptures. correct?
Right. And the thing about it, she had to use a what we call a pseudonym, which is a
Oh,
fake
yeah.
name to protect herself.
Sure.
And I said, well, I'm gonna tell it. He can't hit me, so I'm gonna
Right.
protect her. And I'm
Right.
gonna do that. You know, I'm in the process of writing a book. It's called The Forgotten Ones. And the forgotten ones are the children who are damaged by the abuse that they see.
Yes.
We often forget about the children. And you say, son, how could you? See, my children saw so much. I saw so much growing up. Now let's enjoy life. I could dwell on it and say, well, because my dad or my mama didn't do this for me, I'm not going. No, rise up, become your own person. The word of God says, the inner man being Christ, he's a new creature. Old things have passed away. That includes whatever your mama and your daddy did to you. Let that mess go and become a better person. If statistics would have been set my life the way statistics was, I would have been a single mother with multiple children, and I would have been on welfare. My father, who was very successful in life, had nothing to do with me.
Wow.
But even the abuse that I endured, even my heart bringing up, I used that to make me stronger. Ain't nothing like a strong foundation. And when you build, even the stuff that my ex-husband put me through, my ex-husband's, that's plural, put me through, made me a stronger woman. So when I get heckled or my jokes don't carry over well, don't get me wrong, man, I had some bad days. I told y'all yesterday I got sick of me. I had to get sick of me. I had to say, no more, you're not going to lay here another day and mope over what you did not achieve. You're not going to do it. You're going to get your black butt up, and you're going to, I didn't cut it. You're going to get your black butt up and you're going to do something. So that's when I clean, because when I got a lot on my mind, I clean. I clean. And so that's what I do.
Oh, yeah. Or I like to mow. I'll go out in the yard and I'll mow, and I clear my head. I do the same thing, cleaning, or like when I used to paint. Yeah, you get something going, and then your head just starts clicking, and everything's whirring, and you just boom, boom, boom. Now, is this how you come up with a lot of your comedy material?
Literally, because I'm going through the Bible in 1 year, I normally don't make fun of people. I describe them. But I'm getting a lot of jokes about when I'm reading scripture. It's like the Lord has showed me where they could be funny.
Right.
Now I live my life according, but he showed me like the part about it. God must be black, because he like barbecue. So stuff like that. Or I'll sit in the park and I'll watch people, just observing people. At my job, I have written a joke about everybody in my office, and so when I tell them, they laugh so hard because corporate people love me. Corporate love me because I keep it clean. I don't even skirt close. I do a joke sometimes where I say, you know what, because I open up, I say, I'm a preacher and a Sunday school teacher, and from time to time, Satan likes to issue job applications for me to cuss somebody out, so I'm gonna need y'all to pray for me. So I come close and I'm about to say, I mouth like I say, mother, and then I say, let us pray.
Right.
Amen.
Yes.
That's how close I come. This is as close as I don't come any closer to that. You know what I'm saying? So but we as humans, how many church people who cuss? They do. I choose not to.
Oh,
cuss.
yeah.
That's what I choose not to do. But it doesn't mean everybody don't cuss. I choose not to drink. But ain't nothing wrong with drinking. It's the overindulgence in drinking that's the problem. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to judge not one person, especially when I got my own fault. I don't.
Yeah. Right.
And Sherry is backing up. She says you've been funny since day one. She went to school with you. And Sherry Baham.
That ain't her real name. That ain't got to be Sherry Miller. Is that Sherry Miller? That name look like Sherry Miller.
Maybe she's using a pseudonym.
Maybe.
To protect the innocent. You know what I'm saying?
So,
hey,
you see how to transition from the word to comedy just like that? That's just me.
That's what makes you such a great comedian, because you can just boom, 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 and roll. Sherry Jones. Sherry Jones?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I'm not sure if that's good or not, Sherry.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, you know what? I didn't have no dealings with nobody because I was in, how school have cliques. I was in every clique. I was that girl like a fiddle. That fiddle. Yeah, I fit in every clique because I was just gonna laugh. I don't have time to be mad with nobody. But now, do I get mad? I can.
Yes. Right.
Oh yeah.
Every month, every month, when I got to write a check for $930, I get upset for a brief moment.
No, yeah.
Then I remember how God is blessing me, And then I said, okay, because the other co-host, he about to hook me up with his brother or cousin, whoever. I'm about to be on the dry bomb scene. I'm about to be on cruises. The last time I was on a cruise, it was for 9 months. I was getting ready to retire, and 2 guys didn't come out there telling me they got anxiety.
Yeah.
So I had to sell back 45 days of leave. And you know, when you sell back leave, you don't get your money back. They took over 7,000 in taxes. So I guess I paid my own retirement and disability too.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, they hit us across the head. The military, I tell you, people think we got it good, but we really, we are just an inch above poverty. That's how bad it is. Finances somewhere. I make the high rank. I did. By the grace of God, I was blessed to be I retired as a senior chief. That's an E8 in the on the enlisted side. The highest you can hit is Master Chief, which is the E9. I made E8, which is good. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Right. So I give God the glory about everything. So I guess my jokes will be kind of like that. Don't get me wrong. Now I come close. But I feel like whatever I tell in the club, I can transition to church, because half of the people at the club are gonna be at church Sunday anyway. So they might well
but that's the real brilliance of the material, though. You know, if you can look through it and see it and make it funny for the people at the club, but then also turn it into a teaching moment on Sunday as well. You know, that's where the brilliance of just your mind and how you write comes together. So it's incredible.
And now, now you're down in Louisiana. Where exactly are you at in Louisiana?
I am in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay, so you're up on the north end. Now, do you have any gigs coming up that we can plug away here?
Yes, I got a couple of private events coming on, but I got my chocolate Sunday. Y'all, please follow me on Facebook. My chocolate Sunday, my first impressions chocolate Sunday will be May the 25th. Follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, you will see it. I need for y'all to log on, pay that $1 for that ticket, and come and vote me in. If I'm not really that funny, still vote me through so I can go on to LA so they can get these clean jokes. You understand what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, Michael Collier and Hope Floods, which are well-known comedians, not clean, but they're well-known comedians. They say, Tonja, it doesn't matter. Don't ever tell them you clean. Just say you're a comedian.
Just say you're a comedian. That's all that's important.
The whole purpose of a comedian is to be funny. Right. Whether I'm clean or I'm blue ain't got nothing to do with it. When I get on that stage and I make you laugh, I don't have to add no words to it.
Right.
Or you come on a podcast live stream and make us laugh.
Well, and they won't. And the funny thing is that they won't realize it. If you don't call out to it, if you make them laugh, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It really doesn't matter.
That's why I dropped Christian comedian. That's why I dropped clean comedian. And I just put comedian. You'll know when I get there. Is there any place I won't go? I say, is there anywhere God won't go? David said, if I make my bed in hell, I'll be there. It said, wherever I go, that's where God gonna be. So if I show up, God show up. And that's the aura that I have. I had one man walk to me one day. He said, do you realize you're the only person in this club drinking water? I said, yeah, I'm trying to have more of an influence on y'all than y'all got on me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, I get that. Hey, I'm 14 and a half years sober, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And I was, oh, come on, you can just have, no, you don't understand. And try the water, see what happens.
Yeah.
I always tell them if I make them uncomfortable, I said, well, if y'all drinking and I make y'all uncomfortable, bartender, serve them some crackers. It'll be just like we having communion.
There you go. All right. So now where are you showing up next? Where's this club at?
My next show, I will be in Houston, Texas on June the 17th. It's called Saved and Silly. The Saved and Silly. That's also on my page. I will be in Washington, D.C. on May the 20th at a comedy show. That's also on my page. If you saved and sanctified and can't come into a club where they cussing, then you probably don't want to come to that one. Now you want to go to Houston to the Saved and Silly one. And then the other events that I have are all private. I don't have any public. I'm waiting on them to book me. Well, on May 27th, I'm hosting at the Missing Link. That's a comedy club too. So I'm hosting.
And that's in Shreveport, or where is that?
That's in Shreveport. It's Shreveport at the Missing Link on May 27th at 7:00. It's off of Texas Street. I'll be there. Most of the time I be at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club in Shreveport, but I will always post it on my page. I will promote myself every day. You like tell them promote it every day, every day. Every day.
Now, okay, let's give out your Facebook page and Instagram handle again.
Okay, on Facebook you can look up Tonja D, the Ton of Fun. You're gonna see these dimples. You'll know it's me. The hair was red then, but now it's gray. But if you look at Tonja D, the Ton of Fun, on Instagram it's at Ton T-O-N the T-H-E comedian. All one word, at Ton the comedian. Again, you're gonna see this face with these dimples. That's it. Yep. And on
Yeah, I was agreeing with you. Yes.
On TikTok, it's gonna be Tonja Robertson. That's Roberson and T-O-N-J-A. That's my name. And also get a book. Make sure y'all get a book. Right?
Yes.
And share it with somebody. If you know somebody who's going through, that would be good. What I'm trying to do with her is I'm going to the courts and trying to create a curriculum off of this book for everybody who is accused, has been accused, what's the word? Not accused, but the ones who have been convicted of domestic abuse. I want to try to make that. This is a course that they have to take in order to part of their probation, and they're gonna pay a whole lot more for this book and the course in order to go through it, because sometimes it takes you to hear somebody else's story to understand. Man, if you don't want nobody to do that to you, why are you doing it to somebody else?
Right. Absolutely. And now you can find that book on like Amazon, I'm assuming.
No, Amazon ain't gave the girl none of her money. Amazon ain't get no money. Go to www.isabellatheauthor.com. Right there, website on there, go there.
Yeah, it's right here, right underneath, right on the page here. You can see it, www.isabellatheauthor.com. Go to that website and you can order the book through there. And you've announced your dates that are coming up. What else do you have planned going on? You said you're writing a book.
Yeah, I'm writing a book. What else I got going on? Getting certification for this job. Trying to buy a house, building me the house that God promised me years ago. And needing to get into the dry bar comedy, needing for y'all to like and follow me, needing for y'all to say, hey, we need Tonja D to come here. Hey, I go wherever you want to laugh. As long as y'all want to laugh. I don't want nobody to be mad and want to come up on stage and hit somebody. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you can't punch me in my face. I ain't Chris Rock. We're going to pray about that.
We are not Will Smith.
You can't be real because I ain't Chris. I hit his back. I be like, I treat him like he that table in the temple. I turn him over.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Hey, so Tonja, and I know we got to get going here soon, but I wanted to we do a little thing at the end of the show where we ask what's known as random questions of insanity.
Okay,
and would you like to play with us?
I'm ready. Yeah, I want to play.
Good, because you don't really have a choice. Okay, so let's we'll do a couple quick ones. First off, what is your favorite sandwich that you would make? Like you go in and everything you want to make your sandwich is right there in front of you. What do you make from bread to bread?
Peanut butter and jelly. White bread.
Okay.
Peanut butter. You gotta put the peanut butter on one side and the jelly on one side. You can't mix them up until they come together. And then then you gotta take the edges out, unless it's that real soft bread like that potato roll bread. That's the best. But I can't make it with no wheat bread. If you got wheat bread, I ain't gonna eat no peanut butter just so. Then I go to BLT if you got wheat.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay. And now crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Smooth.
All right.
And okay, now, and what kind of jelly? Is it jam, jelly?
Nope, grape jelly.
Grape jelly. There it is. All right.
Grape or apple jelly. I don't want nothing else.
Yes, and there's no wrong answer to this. So you are.
I know. I ain't gonna eat it. And don't bring me no jam. I don't want no jam. Jam got seeds in it. I just need jelly, sugar, just jelly.
There you go. Boom. All right, now, and I think you would appreciate this question. What is your favorite James Bond movie? Everybody our age has a favorite James Bond movie.
Not necessarily.
Yes, everybody.
No, you're wrong, Christian.
My favorite James Bond movie is Saving Private Ryan.
There you go.
There is no wrong answer. So yes, well
Good
played.
answer.
Well played.
Very good
All
answer.
right, Andy, you got one.
All right. Now it's clear that you're a woman of many, many talents. But is there one talent that you don't have that you wish you did?
Singing.
Okay.
I don't do nothing but make a joyful noise. And every show I sing something. They be like, I say, I'm making a joyful noise.
Right.
You just happen to be here. It's for the Lord.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, what's the most ridiculous fact that you know?
Most ridiculous fact that I know. The spiders got a lot of eyes.
Yeah, that's just a creepy fact,
Right.
and you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah. And by the way, Trish Black says that you've totally brightened her day, and she's even coming down with the cold. So
I'm so
There we
to
go.
God be the glory, Trish. To God be the glory.
that's right. Andrew,
If you could interview any famous person, who would it be?
He did. Michael
But it doesn't
Jackson.
matter. Who is it?
Michael Jackson,
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Jamon. I'm just saying.
He was probably my
Uh,
husband. I know I started going through menopause when I found out Michael Jackson. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was just depressed, but then the doctor told me I was going through menopause. It just happened when Michael Jackson died. Because he was probably
Yeah.
my husband. The Michael with the big nose.
Okay. What is the weirdest thing a guest has done in your house?
Throw dirty dapples out the window.
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's
All
that's
right.
weird and rude. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, your neighbors. Good Lord. They're like, excuse us, we found this here. I think it's yours. You're like, no, that's his. Then they can take it. Yeah. All right, Andrew, let's go with one more.
So, what would be the perfect crime?
Oh.
Let us pray.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure this is the right question for this woman, but I'm still kind of intrigued to find out what the answer is.
Me not to have to pay that $930. I had to pay it.
Yes, I'm right
That's
there
why I
with you.
prayed, but I had to pray because I know y'all they gonna want me to answer this question. So I said it in a way y'all understood.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. No, that was perfect. That was perfect.
That was absolutely perfect. All right, so you've got a couple of gigs coming up, May 27th in Houston.
No. It's I got first show that's coming up. Oh, that's a private event. I will be May 20th. I will be in DC. Look at my page for that. On the May 25th, it's online. It's Chocolate Sunday's First Impression. I need for y'all to log online and do that. After that, May 27th, I will be at the Missing Link. June 17th, I will be performing with Saved and Silly. It's a Christian tour. And after that, I'm open. Put me on your schedules. Call me. I travel. You pay for it. I travel. You know, hey, I got leave on the book of my job. If you get me on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hey, I'm down.
Boom. All right.
Okay.
Well, then we'll try to
right.
make that happen. So anybody out there looking for a fantastic, funny comedian, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tonja D.
Tonja D,
Tons of
thank you
fun,
so much.
Tonja D. Thank you so much for joining us. And we would love to have you back sometimes, especially after you finish your next book.
Sure will.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Tonja, thank you so much. We really
Thank
really
you for having me.
appreciate
I
you.
appreciate you.
That was absolutely our pleasure. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Tonja D. Oh my God, she was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that
energy,
was-
the
that
energy
was
alone is just
so-
incredible.
Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Like you said, you know, she carries that in everything she does.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
at work, it's just a boom, 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 boom. You got to stay on top of your game with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
I was really afraid we were gonna lose her during the top 12.
Yeah. It's like-
I was really afraid that she was just gonna no, these clowns. That's it. Thank you so much. But no, I mean, You can tell. I mean, you can tell that she brings just the same energy in with whatever she does in comedy,
Yeah, the fun
in
and the
preaching,
love
in
is
teaching,
all
and
there.
everything. And so, yeah, I mean, people like that are rare to find, and man, it's just she's
Yeah.
so cool. She's
That
so
was
cool.
just
So
that was just great, great, great fun.
yeah,
I mean, that's another one of the guests where like if we didn't have Matt here controlling our time, we would have been on for another hour or so. But
no,
yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
we 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 do try to keep it to a certain limit. And everybody who has checked in and listened, we do thank you. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. And you know, pass the word around, tell some friends, and keep us all in mind. Andrew,
Yeah,
rum and regrets. What's
we
happening
record
over
tonight.
there?
We record tonight. Sort of a state of the Rum and Regret Union tonight. So
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, very good. Very well.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that'll be dropping on Friday, as
That's correct.
always.
Yes.
And now next week, hold on, let me get my
Where is
graphics
she?
lined up here. Where is she?
Where is she? There she is.
She's called the Switchblade of actresses, or Swiss Army knife, not Switchblade.
Swiss Army knife. Yeah.
Because
You
she's
can't.
a stunt woman, she's a musician, she's an actress, she's a comedian, she does it all. She is quite the amazing, and she's very fun and very entertaining. I've watched a couple YouTube videos of her outperforming and whatnot. A lot of fun, just like, oh my gosh, Tonja. Still, oh man, I really just want to spend more time. So I'm very excited to get her back on the show. That'll be
Well,
great.
and I just want to see a show. Like I
Yeah.
just want to see a comedy show. I just want to see your. I want to see your act.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
to, see, well, go look her up. I know she's got some stuff on YouTube, and she's got
Yeah.
her Facebook pages and Instagrams and her TikToks. Her TikToks are, I know she keeps down talking them, but they are funny and they are very entertaining.
Yeah.
So make sure you check her out. That's Tonja Roberson, Roberson, on
There you go.
TikTok. Make sure you find her. In the meantime, we will have Beth Metcalf next week, and we are also coming up on our 100th episode right after that with Brian Hamrick. So that will be a lot of fun, and we're going to have some little cameo spots from past guests and whatnot. So
Ooh.
that'll be
I like it.
quite a little fun time. Yes.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, we do thank you for your support. So make sure to like, follow, subscribe on all our socials and wherever you see us. If you're interested in sponsorship, go to the website, therandomchristianshow.com. The link to her friend's book, Isabella, the author, will be on our webpage as well, along with the show. And until next week, kids, we will see you. We thank you so much. Andrew, thank you for a wonderful, fantastic show. Appreciate you, my friend. Go kick some soccer butt and do what you got to do with those kids. In the meantime, everybody, I want you out there taking care of each other. Be good to each other. Praise the Lord above for all that he does for all of us. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Be good.